Hello everybody. So this evening I'm out here tinkering, changing some valve springs and stuff, and what I'm doing is I'm turning each cylinder up one at a time so I can take the valve seals off and put the shims back down on it. And the valve seals back on it. Since these are fairly new umbrella seals, they hold the valve up. Now you want to make sure the piston's all the way up so it can't drop a valve. But the valve seals are holding the valves up. And I'm putting the original springs back in it. So, here in a second, I'll show you more when I'm releasing that. But if you've ever changed valve springs, you know how to do it. Alright, so basically, I don't ever take my hand off of the two little arms once I have it loaded, because the last thing I want to have happen is the spring take off. So I make sure that my hands keep it pushed in until I'm unloaded. And then with this one, you spread it out. But that's 2, 4, 6 valve springs changed, and the hardest ones are going to be the back ones on both sides, but I've got them to go, and then this side's done. So here in a minute I'll show you this side done, and I'll start on the other side. And then after I get all this changed, I'm going to try to set the valves. I might not get that done today because it's getting dark, but this side, I'll set this side anyway. So back in a few. Alright, so all those valve springs were changed. I have to change the driver's side and then set the valves. But one thing, when it comes to what I've always heard about L78s anyway, from the factory, the rocker arms were either L or H rocker arms. Those were the high performance rocker arms. They were a little bit stronger because I was told that the normal ones would always break when the L's or H's wouldn't. But another thing is the L's or H's had longer slots to pivot on. And I've never heard of Y or A's. I don't know what those are. They might be A's or Y's, so I'm not really sure. I don't know if those are the right kind, but I do know that 2 of these were L's, and you can barely see it. That's L, and that's definitely an L. See right there. So there's 2 L's on here, and the rest of them are whatever that is. If anybody on here knows if those are supposed to be on these heads, let me know. But for now, I'm going to have to run these and Just, I don't have any other ones. But you can see a difference in the L's and the rest of them. They're skinnier, and that would make that stronger, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's the way I got the heads. Those had been laying around out here forever. Who knows? Dad might have needed them for something else. But the only other thing I know of out here that has a complete set on it is that car's 468. There's a complete set on that car. But it's also got a roller cam. So anyway, this took me quite a bit longer than it should have. But I like this one. I rented one because we never had one. Dad always used a lever to press them down. I couldn't find it. And I rented one at AutoZone, and it tried its damnedest to kill me. This one, it only has one head left to change. It was $11 at Harbor Freight. The only thing I'm noticing it's starting to have is trouble with the threads on the heavy springs. They won't back off. You have to really hold on to it and turn it. But it breaks, I'll buy another one. I'm going to go ahead and post this video up, but I wanted to show you something. On the driver's side, it's still got all the other springs. Those are some kind of Ford valve springs. They're a really weak Ford valve spring. I believe he said 351. Now, I don't know what kind of 351. You know, it's a solid lifter motor, and we had an old cam, but we didn't have old lifters. So we bought a decent set, and wanted to break it in on weak springs. It's extremely weak. You can open it. I'm believing the best way to explain that, let's say you had a set of performance racing dual valve springs. Well, if you wanted to break it in with weaker springs, you could either run the smaller inner spring, which I've seen Dad do quite a bit, or the outer spring, I guess. But the whole point of that is to make it easier for the lifter to break in on the lobes. Now, after I change these springs and set the lash, I crank it and keep it above 2,000 for a little bit, like 10 minutes, to ensure that the cam's actually broken in. And that's really all I could do. And what I chose to use for oil, a few years ago I bought a case of Quaker State 20 weight off an antique store. Quaker State heavy duty 20 weight. Actually it's marked as 20W20. And comparing that's kind of like a modern 2050. I'll show changing that side. Try to set a few valves on camera and crank it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, I'll see you later.